Hello friends, today we are going to discuss one of the important concepts in organic chemistry called aromaticity. First, let us see what is meant by aromatic. In order to say any one of the compounds is aromatic, they should possess certain conditions over here. The first condition is the compound must be cyclic. The aromatic compound must be cyclic. Second one is it should be planar. To say any one of the compounds is planar, they should be sp2 hybridized or sp hybridized, and they should have 4n plus 2 pi electron system. Means here n might be any positive integer over there. N might be 0, n might be 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, by substituting n value over there, we'll be getting certain numbers over here. By substituting 0 over there, we'll be getting 2. By 1, we'll be getting 6. By 3, we'll be getting 10, and so on. These numbers are called aromatic number. They should follow this 4n plus 2 pi electron system. And the fourth one is complete resonance has to be taken in the given compound. These are the conditions for the aromatic. Now let us see what are the conditions required for the anti-aromatic. All the conditions are same. They should be planar, cyclic. They should be planar like sp2 and sp hybridized, and there should be complete resonance like earlier one which we have discussed in the case of aromatic. But here the only difference between aromatic and anti-aromatic is in the case of aromatic we have seen 4n plus 2 pi electron system, but here we'll be seeing only 4n pi electron system. As we have already discussed earlier, okay, n might be any integer over there. It might be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. By substituting 0, we'll be getting 0. By substituting 1, we'll be getting 4, 8, 12, etc. These numbers are called anti-aromatic numbers. Okay, and complete resonance has to be taken in the given compound over there. These are the conditions for the aromatic and anti-aromatic. And the third one is non-aromatic. What is meant by non-aromatic? Means the compound neither aromatic or anti-aromatic comes under non-aromatic. Let us see some of the examples, and let us identify which is aromatic or non-aromatic or anti-aromatic based on the conditions given. Let us see some of the compounds here. Yeah, these are all examples which we are going to identify whether the given compound is aromatic or anti-aromatic or non-aromatic. Let us see one by one. Okay, the first case, like what are the conditions for the aromatic or anti-aromatic? Actually, they should be cyclic, planar, and complete resonance has to be taking place. In the case of aromatic, 4n plus 2 pi electron system has to be followed, and in the case of anti-aromatic, 4n pi electron system has to be followed. The case of first one, right, we have two sp2 hybridized carbon over there, but it is completely cyclic. It is following the first condition over here. But in the case of this particular carbon here, it is a sp3 hybridized carbon. Sp3 means the geometry is going to be tetrahedral over there. Since it is a tetrahedral, it is not planar, means it is not satisfying both aromatic condition and anti-aromatic conditions. That is why the first one is going to be non-aromatic, because it is sp3 hybridized. In the case of second one, it is a cyclic one. All carbons are sp2 hybridized. This is a free radical over here, and complete delocalization is taking place, but it is not satisfying the number of aromatic number or anti-aromatic number. It might be it's like, for in the case of aromatic, 2, 6, 10, 4, etc. In the case of anti-aromatic, we have certain numbers 0, 4, 8, all those things. Here we have only like 3 delocalizing pi electrons. That is what it is not satisfying any one of these numbers. That is why this also comes under non-aromatic, because of the number of electrons over here. The case of third one, all are sp2 hybridized carbon, cyclic one, planar, and we have only 2 delocalizing pi electron. 2 is aromatic number, that's why the compound is nothing but aromatic here. Aromatic. The case of fourth one, though it has like 2 electrons over here, it won't comes under sp3 hybridization, because it is involving in delocalization, because of which this carbon also becomes sp2 and planar over here. Since these electrons are also participating in delocalization, the delocalizing pi electrons are altogether here 4. 4 is anti-aromatic number, that's why the compound is anti-aromatic. Anti-aromatic. In the case of this particular example over here, we have 2 delocalizing pi electrons here, and boron with 3 bonds is sp2 hybridized, and it has an empty orbital. That's what complete resonance takes place. We have only 2 delocalizing pi electrons. That's what 2 is an aromatic number. That's what the compound is aromatic. Aromatic. In the case of next one, we have pi bonds and lone pairs and the conjugative positions over here, and total delocalizing electrons are going to be 4. That is why the compound is anti-aromatic. Anti-aromatic. Here it is a cyclic and has 2 sp2 hybridized carbons or planar carbons over here, but remaining 2 are sp3 hybridized. sp3 hybridized. sp3 hybridized carbons means they are not planar. That's why it is non-aromatic. The case of next one, complete planar, cyclic, and delocalizing electrons are there. Complete resonance are taking place. Here delocalizing pi electrons are 4. That's why it comes under the total number of delocalizing pi electrons are 4. That's why it is anti-aromatic. The case of next one, we have carbocations over here. Carbocation carbon with 3 bonds are sp2 hybridized one. sp2 means planar over here, and we have 2 delocalizing pi electrons. It is cyclic, complete planar, and complete delocalization takes place. That is why this compound is nothing but aromatic. Like in the case of next one, in this particular compound, we have 3 planar carbons over here, but one is sp3 hybridized non-planar. That's why it is non-aromatic. Non-aromatic. In this case also, we have lone pairs over here. Here delocalization takes place, but in this particular carbon, it is sp3 hybridized. Since it is sp3, it is not planar. If it is not planar, it is non-aromatic. It is non-aromatic. Here it is a cyclic one. There are no delocalizing pi electrons here. All carbons are sp3 hybridization. All carbons are non-planar. That's why it is non-aromatic. Here also we have 4 sp2 hybridized and 1 is sp3 hybridized, means it is not completely planar. That's why it's also non-aromatic. The case of next one, we have all sp2 hybridized carbon, complete delocalization takes place. Pi cation, pi delocalization takes place. That is why the number of delocalizing pi electrons are going to be 4. Then the compound is anti-aromatic. The case of next one, we have all sp2 hybridized carbons over here. For all sp2 hybridized cyclic planar, and total number of electrons are going to be 6. Then 6 is an aromatic number. The compound is aromatic. Then the case of next one, it is a cyclic planar and 6 delocalizing electrons are there. Again it is aromatic. The case of next one also, we have all sp2 hybridized carbon and number of delocalizing electrons are going to be 6. That is why this is also aromatic again. And here a cyclic planar and number of delocalizing electrons are going to be 8. 8 is a anti-aromatic number. That's what the compound is anti-aromatic. Here it is an exception here. Generally, it's a cyclic planar, all are sp2 hybridized, and the number of delocalizing electrons are 8. We assume that it is an anti-aromatic number, but it is not anti-aromatic number because of its geometry. It is the shape of this particular structure is going to be tub geometry. Because of which compound becomes non-planar, complete delocalization won't take place. That is why the compound is non-aromatic. Hope you understood the concepts. Thank you for watching.